Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. So Manchester United have gone and done it again. Dropped points from a game that we should have been winning comfortably. And you could just see it coming, yes. You could see it coming. Whether you brought on Fellaini or not, you could just feel that an Everton goal was coming. The game obviously turned from that substitution. Fellaini coming on and giving away a penalty. Just why are you diving in there on the edge of the box? You know players are looking for penalties at that time of a game. You don't need to dive in. The player goes down soft, but it's still a penalty, and it's a clumsy challenge by the player who has gone on and let his manager down. His manager put faith in him, put him into the team, brought him on towards the end. Now, you can totally understand that decision. Bring on the Fellaini, deal with the aerial balls, the long balls up top, get it sorted. And he goes on and he does that. Just why, oh why are you doing that challenge? It makes no sense. Manchester United, though, come on. We should have had the game buried by them. Regardless of whether Fellaini gives that penalty away or not, the game should have been put to bed. But it doesn't help when your players make stupid challenges like that. What are you doing? And it could be the last time we see Fellaini. I can imagine now Jose Mourinho is getting to a point where Manchester United, he's got us playing some good football, but we're lacking that winning mentality. We're lacking the ability to turn draws into wins. We're lacking the ability to see games out. And you have to put some blame down to the manager and also down to the players, the personnel. I read something somewhere today where it said that Jose Mourinho, the honeymoon period's over now for some of the players and he's going to start getting ruthless. And that's exactly what he needs to do now. We need to separate the weak from the winners. We need to do that. We need to start getting this team with that winning mentality that you associate with United and Mourinho's sides. The ability to see games out, win games when you don't deserve it, and smash teams when you're on top. We're just not doing it at the moment. And it's fine lines. It's really fine lines, because when you look at the performances that Manchester United have put in this season, now the one against Everton wasn't that great. When you look at the performances we've put in, you'd think we'd be higher in the table than we are. But we're right next to Everton. Everton, who have won 1 in 10 games. United, who have won 2 in 10, I think. It's a dreadful run of form. And yes, against Arsenal, it can happen. Against Everton, it can happen. But it's happened far too many times now. A 1-1 draw at Goodison Park isn't a bad result. But when you look at the results that have come in before it, the way we've dropped points, it's really frustrating. But it shows that there's something wrong there with this squad. And I think it's a mentality thing. I think we've got a good nucleus to build from. But it's just one or two, just letting us down, man. It's letting us down at the moment, and that needs to change. Jose Mourinho deserves time, though. He really does deserve time, and he needs time as well. People getting on his case saying that he needs to go and this, that, and the other. There's not a lot of them, but there are a few. It's really surprising, and I'm glad that you don't hear any of that from the United fans that travel to games at Goodison Park and travel to these stadiums, because Jose Mourinho needs our support and he deserves our support. It's clear some things have gotten better at Manchester United. We're playing better football now. Look at Mkhitaryan yesterday. He's an absolute gem. Absolute gem. Martial's starting to play better now. Zlatan's scoring goals. Yes, he's missing chances, but he's scoring goals. Phil Jones, Rojo, look at the performances he's got out of these players. And then you look at some of the other players that we've got, the talent that we've got in the team. This team and Jose Mourinho can win things. I'm confident about that, but it's going to take time to just hit the right formula in the Premier League in terms of mentality and in playing as well. Yes, we're starting to play better football, but something's just not quite right there at the moment. And players letting down Jose Mourinho, like Fellaini did yesterday, isn't helping either. Anyway, let's go check out these player ratings now. As you can see, David De Gea got a reasonable rating from me, 7.5. It was like a return to form for him yesterday. After that mistake midweek against West Ham, it was nice to see him pull out a few magnificent saves. And David De Gea is a player that we obviously need. He's one of our best players, and it's nice to see him back to form. Valencia did okay again. Jones did okay. Rojo could have been sent off, should have been sent off, but did okay apart from that. Herrera, Pogba had reasonably quiet games. Herrera hit the post when he looked like it was going about to make it 2-0. And Pogba looked lively at times, but as I've said before, it just looks like so many things are going through his mind sometimes. He needs to be more decisive. Carrick was his usual reliable self yesterday. Mkhitaryan, who I think was our man of the match, with the highest rating there alongside David De Gea. But yeah, really disappointed, man. Really disappointed by that. Now, this season is more or less a write-off. This season is in terms of a Premier League campaign. And it may be just a case of, look, we need to go on a run. We need to get wins. How many times have we said that? And we need to get points on the board. Now, if we can do that, things can change in a month or two if you go on a run. But it looks like the league's a write-off right now. And we're going to be focusing on the cups, the Europa League, League Cup, FA Cup. Now, in Jose's first season, remember his first season back at Chelsea where he kind of took his time to tinker with things. It may be a case that United have to go through one of those seasons, but we need to be picking up points because you can't be dropping down the table. You can't be finishing in the Europa League spots. I would hate to finish in the Europa League spots and be in the Europa League next season. That's not what you need. So these points need to get put on the board now. Jose needs to start getting ruthless with some of these players, and we need to see a bunch of players that want to win things, a bunch of players that, you know, because the longer this goes on, where we keep dropping points, it's going to become an issue with some of these players. It's going to become a mental block. And the only way to get that out is through winning games. It's that simple. It's that simple now for player and manager. Start winning games because this cannot go on. Anyway, guys, I've been Adam McKola. This has been Adam McKola TV. Get your comments in below. I know I haven't provided much answers here today, but it's really a baffling one because just can't get my head around it. Can't get my head around it. It's really frustrating, but Jose needs his time. Let's give him time. And there are good things that are happening at Manchester United, but need to sort this mental weakness out. This mental block needs to get sorted ASAP. Get your comments in below. Make sure you subscribe to Adam McKola TV. We're over 26k now, getting closer to 30k. So make sure you hit that sub button if you haven't already. For now, I'm out of here.